Hello lovely YouTube family, welcome back to Curiosity Lounge. In today's video, we are going to talk about how US President travels. Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button to avoid missing any amazing video from us. When officials of a current presidential administration travel, they do so in an imperial bubble, as the New York Times memorably characterized it. Top officials of the government are surrounded by a group of reporters, security, and aides who follow carefully defined procedures to ensure a safe and effective trip outside of Washington, D.C. This is what it's like inside the imperial bubble, from the White House to ritzy hotels and high-profile visits throughout the world. Travel is a key part of the job for the President, the First Lady, and the Secretary of State. However, ensuring their safe and seamless departure from Washington, D.C. is no minor effort. Agents from the Secret Service are in charge of travel logistics, frequently arriving months in advance to clear airspace, sketch out a motorcade route, and identify hospitals and other secure places in case of an attack. Security agents accompany the subject every step of the way once the journey begins. The Protective Press Pool, a group of reporters and photographers who travel close to but distinct from the official posse of security and top aides, document the officials' words and stops during the trip. National agencies issue temporary flight restrictions days before the scheduled trip to restrict mobility in a certain area when the president, vice president, or other security person travels in order to ensure a stress-free flight. During presidential travel, the restriction's inner ring is about 10 miles wide, inside which other planes are prohibited from flying below 18,000 feet or landing at any airport. The outer rings, which extend about 30 miles, are open to flying but not to loitering. Restrictions provide a temporary no-fly zone for a traveling vice president or other lower official when the subject is arriving, departing, or at the airport. Air Force One lands in front of a crowd on occasion, and on other occasions it lands for a reception with the host leader. Whatever the matter may be, the traveling security crew is quick to respond. The subject is then brought to a motorcade, which normally consists of roughly 20 vehicles that are allowed to freely cruise down closed roadways in order to save time and avoid safety concerns. For the motorcade on its way to the official's initial stop, as well as any subsequent sites, local law enforcement adds another layer. The Secret Service's counter-assault unit is the motorcade's most heavily armed layer, riding alongside other forces behind the car carrying the administration official. According to a former agent, the counter-assault squad not only patrols the perimeter for potential threats, but it is also ready with battle vests and heavy guns to lay down an unbelievable amount of suppressive fire if the motorcade is attacked. Official visits are frequently advertised in advance and draw crowds from all throughout the destination city. Despite the fact that demonstrators may be a security risk, the Secret Service can identify real threats ahead of time and warn them to stay away. Hotels receive weeks to months' notice for VIP visits, such as those by a member of the administration, and assign all amenities according to their team's standards. According to Frank Arnold, general manager of the Ritz-Carlton Toronto, VIP guests such as administration members select specifics such as which rooms or suites are best suited to the staff they have on hand. Despite the need to accommodate security, high demands are frequently a flashpoint for stories of massive hotel costs, such as when First Lady Melania Trump spent $174,000 on a 12-hour trip to Toronto. The First Lady recently made headlines after a $95,000 bill from a Cairo hotel, where she didn't even stay the night, was revealed. Exorbitant travel expenses are all too common. Former President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama generated outrage when their separate weekend excursions to Palm Springs and Aspen with security in tow cost a total of $272,192. According to the Oregonian, in addition to the entire level where the official would stay, the floors above and below will be cleaned out, implying that 3 entire floors will be rented for the length of the visit, raising prices. The public's experience in the skies, a hotel, or even traffic during an official's visit might be influenced by security measures. The flight and the procession Trump's frequent visits to his New Jersey Gulf estate have resulted in aircraft and cars being stranded. The level of access that the public enjoys during the tour, including entering and exiting hotels, is also determined by VIP visitors and their teams, according to Arnold. During public engagements, Secret Service and Presidential Protective Division officers maintain a perimeter around the president at all times, with local police providing an added layer of protection. If somebody, or an animal, gets too close, agents are ready to intervene. Though Air Force One is the president's most famous form of transportation, there is a backup plane that travels with him or her to ensure the president or first lady has a clear departure strategy. The presidential state automobile is a Secret Service-operated limousine known as Cadillac One or the Beast. At least 10 limousines are present. While the president is aboard, there is also a bus controlled by the Secret Service, which is known as Ground Force One but is formerly known as Stagecoach. Although it is now standard practice to refer to one of the two Boeing 747-200B series aircraft with the Air Force designation VC-25 that are customized to transport the president, the White House website explains that, technically, the term Air Force One is used to designate any Air Force aircraft carrying the president. Biden, on the other hand, is flying in a C-32, a smaller Boeing 757-200. The Vice President, First Lady, members of the Cabinet, and members of Congress frequently use this plane, which is sometimes referred to as Air Force Two. However, the President does use the smaller plane on occasion. The C-32 was used by Trump on several occasions, as evidenced by footage from the USA Military Channel and Reuters. According to the New York Times, the smaller jet is utilized for shorter journeys to smaller airports with shorter runways. A presidential suite, an executive dressing room and shower, a conference dining room, 2 fully equipped kitchens, a presidential office, a medical treatment room, secretarial offices, 6 lavatories, and 84 telephones are among the 4,000 square feet of floor space aboard Air Force One. That's all for today. What are your thoughts on the subject? Share your thoughts with us in the comment section below. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss out on any amazing video from us. Thanks for watching.